slowly. Welcome. As you come on here, if you can hit the thumbs up button on this video and tell me where you're tuning in from. I'm actually going to post a link in the comments section to a live video I just did on Facebook. Okay, so Super Chats is on. It is a $20 minimum fee, but you can share what you like, and I appreciate all your donations. So, a funny thing, let me make a quick camera adjustment as well, and then I'll share with you. Okay. To get my big head into view. The animals are well behaved. They've already went nuts today 4 or 5 times, so they're well behaved. Those of you who are new to the channel, I am Andrea Cox, the Detox Intuitive, the 𝑑etoxintuitive.com. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Also, my sister channel at Andrea Cox TV, which is all about health and wellness. We're approaching 20,000 subscribers there and about 4 million views. So even though I was totally censored, it is still continuing to grow again, which is wonderful for me. I'm going to make this short because I'm going to make it to the gym, a late night gym session. It's something I've skipped out on this past week, and I have a photo thing this weekend, so I need to start, pulling myself together. It is stormy out, so excuse the wild hair. I was outside earlier just soaking up the beautiful weather, and then all of a sudden it switched. So those of you who don't know who I am, I'm an intuitive healer and a detox specialist. I have 2 websites, AndreaCox.com, which is all about health, wellness, intuitive interiors, where I do astrocartography and things like that. And I also have the Detox Intuitive, where you can order private readings, really positive work, protection work, financial manifestation work, etc. I have my money candle lit in the sector of my house that it belongs in. And I have a real ability to help people cultivate things like health, wealth, etc. So let's clear the energy. I'm going to play the crown chakra singing bowl. We're going to get into just a random reading. And like I said, I'm going to keep it really short. I encourage you to check out the links I shared right there. The Facebook video is extremely helpful. It's going to help a lot of you if you are suffering emotionally or health-wise. That video is going to help you. So I just shared a link in the comments section. So copy it, paste it in the notes section of your phone, or click on it now and watch it and come back here. I appreciate the likes. It helps the video get shared on the main feed and you telling me where you're tuning in from. chat's still going, isn't it? Feel like a fluorite here on the table it's needed. I feel like a lot of you need to cleanse. Fluorite is a very cleansing stone, and green is also the color of growth. So that's vitally important. Before I get into the cards, I'm going to tell you the channeled messages that were coming to me this morning during my meditation in the kitchen with the dogs before the rest of the world woke up. In my silence, what was coming to me was several things. And that's one of the reasons I did this impromptu video on Facebook. And I want you to watch that. The link is in the comments. That video is very important for many of you who are not feeling in good health, mentally or physically. I also want you to watch the healing video I did a few days ago. I think it only has like 3,000 or something views. So definitely watch that, and that's here. Again, Super Chats is on. If you do have a question at the end of this, by making the donation, I'll answer your question then. So what was coming up to me this morning is I feel like a lot of you aren't in bodily health, and that you don't understand the gut-brain connection, that there is more serotonin that runs in the gut than there is the brain. And so you're not food combining your food properly. Some of you could be on like a keto or a real high protein diet that requires a lot of like animal meats, eggs, fish, turkey, things like that. And so you're not vibrating where you could by going on more of a high carb plant-based diet like I've been on for 23 years. So there's a lot of science to that. And as we ascend from the 3D into the 5D, it really doesn't serve us to eat dead, decomposing animals and things of that nature. So you want to watch that video. You want to food combine properly so you get rid of the gas, the bloating, the stomach distension. Because, and I won't go into it too much, I went into it in a lot in that video that I encourage you to watch. It takes a lot of energy to digest food. It takes even more energy when we're gassy and bloated. And so by not juicing, by eating a lot of animal products, by eating dairy, which the dairy industry in itself is hideous. They treat the animals horrible. It's horrible for the environment. And not only is it affecting us karmically on a karmic level because we're ingesting low vibrational foods, or I don't ingest any of that. I've been vegan 23 years. But it also doesn't allow us to ascend and process things and feel through our emotions so we can vibrate to a higher level, right? So a few years ago, we moved out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, right? So more free-flowing energy. The body also needs to be in that free-flowing energy. So if you're taking like a ton of pharmaceutical drugs, or you're doing a ton of recreational drugs, or even if you smoke weed on a daily basis, you're not going to be able to elevate. I'm sorry, you're not. If you aren't eating a high vibrational diet, you're not going to be able to elevate, right? And they don't want you to know the truth. Who is they, right? They are in charge of the dairy ads, the fast food ads, right? And I can't say too much about other things because I'll be censored, but they are a conglomerate that basically is in bed together, right? So you've heard me talk about the Illuminati in the past, right? And how I got a little taste of that on a Fox TV show a few years ago. That's a very real thing, right? And that they are connected with, I can't say it because I'll be censored, but the makers of certain, I can't say it because I'll be censored, certain drugs and things like that. And then they are in bed with, the industry that creates the fast food ads, etc. And then, the ones that make the drugs are in bed with the doctors. And so when I say in bed, I mean working together. So they really don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know that you can heal yourself. They don't want you to know that there's an herb, right? Or a tea you can drink for basically a lot of the ailments you're suffering from. They don't want you to know that if you grow your own food, if you start making your meals at home, if you start taking better care of yourself, that you can actually age in reverse, that you can actually stop the clock, that you can avoid degenerative diseases. And I did a blackout reading a couple weeks ago. It was a pretty frustrated night for me. And I put it out there. And a lot of you agreed with what I was saying. So I encourage you again, watch the Facebook video, subscribe to Andrea Cox TV, start looking through those older videos, and really understand that you do have the ability to heal yourself, right? If you're struggling with something major, like the big C word, you can look into Gerson therapy, right? There's a reason that the Gerson Institute was moved out of San Diego and they had to move to Tijuana. There's a reason, because something worked, right? It worked. Whenever something works, it's hidden. And that's the sad truth of where we are in the state of the world today. Now, why are certain things hidden? Well, because there's a lot of people making money off of ignorance. Don't shoot the messenger. So we really need to understand, excuse me, this is a client. We really need to understand, and if you're tuning in now, go back and watch this from the beginning, that the people that are kind of looked upon as crazy, right? The nomads, let me give you an example. Have you ever noticed with homeless people, and I'm talking about homeless people that aren't on drugs and whatever, have you ever noticed that a lot of them are really smart? That a lot of them are really healthy. They're tan because they're out in the sun all the time. They're thin because they're not eating a lot. They love their animals. Have you ever noticed that? There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, right? They don't have health insurance. They don't go to the doctor. There's a reason for that. Now, some of them could have underlying mental conditions. They're on the street, whatever, they hit hard times, no judgment. They all take stellar care of their animals. A lot of them are in pretty good health if they're not into drug. They know about this stuff that I'm talking about, but they were kind of sequeled out because they talked about it, right? So that's Illuminati stuff. We don't want to get into that here because I don't want to scare a bunch of you talking about that. But all of this stuff is interwoven. If you've ever watched The Matrix, red pill, blue pill, all of this stuff is widely known. And we have to be really mindful of what we say. And so a lot of us keep quiet about it. It's kind of like, and for me, someone who's been vegan 23 years, someone who has known the truth for years, someone who grew up with an amazing set of grandmas and one that grew all her food and made everything from scratch. And I just kind of really looked up to her and will always hold her on a high pedestal. Seeing the state of the world today where we're all like this, and all that, that's where right? The powers that be, the controlling forces, even the devil, because we know that devilish energies exist. That's where they want us. They don't want us to know the truth. And the truth is that there is a way to turn this around. And it's more than creating heaven on earth, right? It's when you know the truth, you have a responsibility to share that truth. And I am reaching out to every light worker that I know right now, even though I should be on my other channel saying this, If you are a light worker, if you are a healer, if you are a vegan, if you are in the know about what is going on in the world and you are not speaking up, shame on you. Shame on you. Why? Because you're afraid you'll get censored? Shame on every single freaking one of you. Speak the truth about what has gone on in this world and what you see. Speak it. If you are vegan and you truly love animals, share the Save movement or any of the really strong vegan channels on Instagram. Share their videos on your stories. Share what really happens to the animals in a slaughterhouse. If you are against governmental systems, share it. Share it, because I want to tell you something. There's something that has repeated in history, and I'll just point out the Holocaust, okay? You know, everybody was following everybody else, right? And where did that lead them? Where did that lead them? But if we step away from the pack, and we step away from the crowd, and we step away from the mainstream media, and we step away from what we're being told we have to do, look what happens. Look at the turn that's taking place now. There's a reason for all of this. And when we stay silent, right, we stay stuck. We stay stuck. And I needed to share this, and I risked my channel. I risked a lot saying this, but I am never one to keep my mouth shut. Okay. I've got too much Scorpio in my chart to do that. Don't let the Pisces fool you. I have way too much Scorpio in my chart to stay silent. And I have Aries and Jupiter, and I'm on the cusp of Aries, my sun sign. So I feel deep inside of me the need to say this. And so I would encourage each of you to watch this from the beginning, because it breaks my heart, a lot of the things I'm seeing today. It does. It does. Okay, so now that I got off my bountiful chest, let's clear that energy and let's get into some other intuitive messages. Ooh. Lewis is going to join me, my husband, the only husband I want. So I have to add this. When I see my vegan sisters and brothers sharing clips from like the Save movement on Instagram, I'm like this. When I see people speaking out about the atrocities that are going on in the world today with, you know, has everybody gotten their, I can't even say it, like their 28th, you know, when I see people talking about, I am like this. Why? Because they know the truth and they see the truth and they're speaking out about it and they're saving other people. So once we know the truth, we do differently, right? Once we know the truth, we make different decisions, right? So I wasn't always vegan. I was a fitness model who ate a high protein diet for years. And then once I saw how the animals were treated in a slaughterhouse, I was like, oh no, this can't be right. This can't be right. Actually, I didn't go vegan for that reason. I went vegan for shallow purposes because I met a woman that was vegan and she looked like 20 years younger than she was. I was like, I want that. I want some of that. But then I saw the way the animals were treated and I was like, okay, I'm never going back. So once we learn and we see the truth, we kind of have to go, you know, we're like, oh, I should probably not do that because I love my dog. I don't want to put an animal on me. Make the connection. A lot of times that connection doesn't come until years after we've cleaned up the body and cleaned up the diet. So let's get into love. There's a few of you that need to trust in God and realize that rejection is God's protection. And I feel like I'm speaking to someone right now that is going through some type of rejection. We have the protection card. call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So if you need my help with that, there's cord cutting on the Detox Intuitive. You can look that up. I'm frozen. Am I frozen? I'm frozen on my computer. Am I frozen here, you guys? Oh, okay, good. I'm back. So you can look into the cord cuttings, etc. Let me just make sure because I look frozen. Okay, I'm not frozen on here. So that's one thing. So protection is God. So rejection is God's protection. A lot of you are breaking the chain of ancestral patterns and your ancestors that walk before you, and maybe not the positive aspects of them, right? A lot of you could be breaking the chain of codependency because we have ancestral patterns healing, rewriting the future. So that's where an Akashic record reading comes in rewrite, which is also on my website, ironically. A lot of you need to trust a nagging feeling within you. What is it telling you? Is it telling you it's time to rest, recharge, rejuvenate? You need to notice the patterns within yourself, because what God has in store for you, you've been planning for lifetimes, and He's been planning for you for lifetimes, right? And so if we trust that feeling within us that, okay, now is the time to rest. Now is the time that I create this thing that will make me money in the future. And then I can put myself out there again. Or now is the time that I put myself out there and then I can rest when money is steady. I want to tell you something. If any of you are suffering with codependency and you think for us, and you're in an abusive relationship or just something that doesn't feel good anymore, and you think for a second that you cannot make it on your own, I am here to tell you, Spirit, God, universe, your ancestors above, they will have your back if you walk away from toxicity. They will have your back. I promise you this. So when we make these conscious decisions to walk a path that is of integrity, dignity, and our true soul's purpose, the money flows. The money flows. I promise you this. I promise you this. I want to reference the intuitive life coaching video that I shared a few days ago. We had 16 of you order, and I am forever grateful. So I am now booked up until mid-March. I just sent out a newsletter on that today. Several of you bought the bundle package. I appreciate that greatly. I really am incredibly grateful for your purchases. If you are interested in the intuitive life coaching package that includes wellness and the intuitive life coaching, definitely watch that video, and the link is right under it. Or Katie, I'll share the link right now to that. You can fill out the questionnaire there. It is not cheap, but I charge what I am worth. And I actually think I charge under what I'm worth because that's what I've been told by my clients. Okay, there's that. Katie, you can cut and paste that and continue sharing it. So a lot of you are noticing patterns. You don't want to jump back into codependency. For some of you, there's a person from your past that there could be a balance that's created. But for some of you, not. It says flow with divine timing. We have card number 29. So some of you could be around the age of 29. This was in reverse. So this person is a person who weakens you. Also, this is also a person that could give you money because they know you will spend it. They know that you'll spend it. Like, I feel like someone else is really smart with money and they bring in a lot of money. And this is someone who walked away from this person, but that person is still watching that person. This is for some of you. They're watching that person succeed in business, the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So they're coming back to you. Reference to the number 2, 9, or 29, also 11. But see, this person weakens you. You won't reach your destiny while with this person. Either they do everything for you or something. It's a weakness. You have divine orchestration, hidden helpers in the subtle realms that, will be here for you if you are struggling. Anything that you think is impossible, you have the actual power to create in your life. So if you're scared of abundance, you have the power to create it. If you're scared of not succeeding, thank you, you have the power to be successful. If you're scared of loving again, you have the power and you are worthy of love. Some of you need to devote yourself to a yoga practice, fine tune. Card number 33, once you get back to yoga, you will be so in your flow. I feel like this is a direct message to me because I miss my yoga practice in San Diego. Can't find a good studio out here that's hot enough. Some of you need to slow down. We have this woman meditating on a snail. I feel like this is for like that crone energy. If some of you are entering that energy, 50s or beyond, you're being asked to honor yourself where you're at and know that you are perfectly angelic, beautiful, still shining right in this energy. We have devote. Card number 21 in reverse. Okay, so this is in reverse. So this is a single energy. I feel like for some of you, it could be male or female. I feel like for this person, it's in reverse. So they're not devoting themselves to love because there's a heart on the edge of that woman's boat, right? So instead of going after love, I feel like this person is going after their passion, the age of light. You've been training for this for a lifetime. So we have a healer here, someone who it's divinely orchestrated. Notice the pastel. I love these colors. It's the same color as AndreaCox.com. I love them. We have someone that has a divine path and they're meant to heal. They're meant to help others. Sometimes that doesn't involve someone like being on top of you in your personal space, right? So someone could be kind of putting love aside to focus on their calling. I know for me personally, and I wouldn't, you guys wouldn't know if I was married, if I was in a relationship or not, because I would never share that on here. I learned my lesson years ago. Occasionally I'll drop a photo or something to keep you all guessing, but it's no one's business but my own. I have to be around very steady energy or I get thrown off. I can't be around heavy drinking, drug use, people who eat like shit. I just can't. I have to be around. It's not a snobbish thing. It's an energy and a vibrational thing. So some of you are going to begin cleansing yourself to such a level that your vibration rises, right? Because some of you, and I feel like this is on a masculine end, you're attracted to really high vibrating women, but you don't vibrate at that level. And I know that's like going to piss someone off, but it's the truth. Let's get a card on that just to see what energy we could be dealing with. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because we have Pentacles. Give me an energy on that. Or Sag energy. Someone could drink too much. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn again. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So, raising your vibration doesn't mean, okay, I'll go vegan, but I'll still smoke weed every night. Or that's not raising your vibration, right? Raising your vibration is to make a conscious decision to change your life. Really, really make that decision of what you value and what's important to you. Also, that involves, being more mindful of who you sleep with. So you can get a lot more than just a sexually transmitted disease when you sleep with someone. You actually pick up their energy, right? So, you pick up their energy and whoever they've been with for the last 8 to 10 years, their energy as well. So you want to be really, really mindful when you put yourself out there, because energy is fluid, right? You can get a lot more transmitted to you than just a STD. So I know when I became vegan in my 20s, at the height, I was a fitness model on the cover of my magazine, on the cover of magazines. I was single and celibate for 7.5 years. And that was a very vital time for me to grow spiritually. So really pick your partners wisely, pick your, I almost said drama wisely. Let's scratch this and move on to something else. I feel like a lot of you are not listening to yourself when you need to retreat and recharge. Thank you. Okay. Same cards keep coming out. Notice the pattern, practice daily. So that's more about mindfulness. A lot of this is about health. So it doesn't mean yoga practice. It can mean, trading in your coffee for tea. It can mean making a green juice every day. If you don't have the money to buy a juicer, you can go on Craigslist and get one no one's used, or they've used like twice for $50, right? Notice the patterns. I feel like this is notice the patterns of codependency, right? Some of you are repeating a pattern of a family member, whatever, that really doesn't serve you. It's time to really level up and create your own way. Flow with divine timing. Some of you are lost about what you should be doing in this lifetime. You're lost creatively. You don't know which way to go or what to do. And so you're looking outside of yourself about what other people are doing, instead of really focusing inward on what would make you happy, right? So making raw vegan food and juice in my kitchen on video for 7-8 years, it was because it was what I did every day, right? I loved spending time in the kitchen creating beautiful meals. So there's a reason for that, but we ascend, we grow, and we learn new things. And so what would make you truly happy? You need to flow with divine timing. You need to honestly assess what direction to go. A lot of you are worried about money. You have the power to call in what you need without going into a toxic pattern of codependency. Someone got rejected from someone that had their shit together. I feel like this was a male energy. So intuitively, I'm getting someone I'm hearing put in their place verbally, because they were love bombing someone. So what is love bombing? Love bombing is, it's not like a dozen roses, it's like 5. It's when you meet someone and a month later they're offering to buy you a house or a hotel in Mexico, right? That's love bombing. So someone's coming back to someone, and whoever they're going back to or they're communicating with, I'm getting a less than energy. And I don't mean to be rude, but I'm getting someone that may be creative, but is a darker energy. It maybe doesn't have a lot going on for them, right? Doesn't have a career, doesn't have money, someone could offer you some kind of contract, offering to help you, offering to And I just noticed the color of the card. So it's like, if you go that way, you see the darkness in the cards, the blues, the darks. And then we go this way. Whoops, we go this way, working on yourself, improving yourself. We have the lights, the gold. So be mindful of that. Also getting a situation where some of you, I don't know why I'm going to the love cards for this, have went through a transformation with someone that really caused you a lot of harm. I'm seeing, like, I don't know if any of you know what gang stalking is. It doesn't mean a literal gang. It means like online, like, okay, it's 3 p.m. We all send this person a message and tear them down on the internet or something. Some of you have transformed after having that happen to you, having a literal group of people, watching you and trying to tear you down. Some of you have literally transformed. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. And we have a peace dove. So I feel like one person from this group has already stepped forward, or they're about to, and they're offering you a peace offering. For some of you, this could be a financial offering. Others, I'm getting a house. For others of you, 10 of acorns. That's 10 of pentacles. We have the moon. It's Pisces, Cancer energy, and 3 of shells. So, and page of pentacles. So this is all about someone who wanted to work with you, and they could have wanted to work with you, date you, whatever. Or I'm getting like someone who wanted to work with you, and because you work alone, they took offense to that. And they really, really attacked you for a long time. I feel like that has culminated. I feel like it was a group. I also feel like it's people that were in a friendship. This is for a very specific group of you. If this resonates, post in the comments. But I am getting a feeling of gang stalking. And what gang stalking is again, when a group of people group together to tear one person down. I feel, and I just have to say this, I feel like for a time they could have really affected your mental state. Some of you could have even had suicidal tendencies or what have you. I feel like you've risen above this. I feel like your intuition helped guide you to the right people who told you the truth. And I feel like whoever this group of people is, they are really feeling the guilt. 10 of Swords, yeah. It's a past life situation, but that's no excuse. Yeah, 10 of Swords, we have a snake. So if I were to pull signs, I'm getting strong Sagittarius, Aquarius, Aries, Cancer, Gemini, Libra, Virgo. We also have a Pisces here. So maybe the Pisces was the root of the attack, or there was a Pisces involved. I feel like this, and we have Leo. Actually, that's a King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but Leo energy. So someone could have air and fire highly aspected, or it could have actually been an air and a fire sign. I'm also getting one person was from your past and another person was a new person. We have Shaman, 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so some of you could have made a mistake in a business and you are or were continually being punished. But here's the thing. I feel like you made this mistake because you knew people were sending people to patronize your business. So you purposely did something because you knew what was going on. I get strong Sagittarius. Could be Sag, Scorpio, cusp, Aquarius on that. And then we have the snake again, right? Aries, Cancer, Leo, Gemini, Libra, strong. I'm almost getting pairs of people that just didn't want you to speak your voice. Yeah, this is especially if you were a Pisces or are a Pisces. I say were, maybe you transformed so much that you don't even carry Pisces energy anymore. Here we have the Chariot, Cancer energy, and the King of Acorns, King of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the High Priestess in the upright underneath that. That's the card of Pisces. So King of Acorns in reverse. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or someone that takes on those properties. Let's flip him in the upright. Maybe this Chariot, this Cancer energy has him in the reverse. Maybe someone's in a codependent relationship and maybe you were speaking out publicly about codependency and they didn't like what you were saying. There's something like that. But you're showing up as the High Priestess, intuition, sacred knowledge. I love the way these cards are written. And there's a bobcat on this. I want to tell you something. The week I moved in here, spirit animals play a huge role in my life. And I'm actually surrounded by doves where I live. But the week I moved in here, I went hiking. I think I had Roger with me. I didn't have Maverick yet. And I saw a bobcat. I shared it all over my social media, of course, in the stories. And people were like, don't get so close to it. I shot video and pictures and I was sharing. I was like, this is so cool. I find that really cool that there is a bobcat on here. And this represents the High Priestess, the card of Pisces. Let's get into love. I feel like if you're in that shady situation, it could be a legal situation underlying it. I feel like you have a date picked out in your head if you are on the winning end. 10 of Crystals, 10 of Swords, to literally jump on and take advantage of your legal rights. But I feel like someone's going to come forward within the next week and apologize. I don't feel like this is going to be public. I feel like you wouldn't see it if it was public. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Why do I get a Gemini energy on that? But I get a male. Okay. I also get an Aquarius and an Aries. Virgo, Libra, Cancer, and strong Sag for some reason. Could be a Sag, Scorpio, Cusper. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles, money, and 4 of Shells, the miser. Someone's holding on to that money. They don't want to bring it to you because they know that you'll know how to spend it. You won't waste it. Okay. Let's get into love. Messages for love. 4 of Feathers, 4 of Swords. Some of you are healing over a situation. It's a situation where 6 of Swords, where you've moved away. You might be thinking of moving away, or you're moving away from something that isn't healthy. The Hermit, Virgo energy, or someone that takes on those properties. 2 of Feathers, 2 of Wands. This could have been where a Virgo was hired to look in on you. I'm getting that strongly. Or for some of you, a Sag. Or there's a Virgo, Libra feminine or masculine that was looking in on you because they were like in love with your ex-partner or something. They wanted to make sure. I'm getting very like Gemini, Libra energy. I'm getting like a Libra female, like totally stalking you. If you're a feminine, because she thinks you want something. This is crazy. Ace of Shells, Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Shells. Now you've healed over that. We have Queen of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Swords, moving away, and Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you, and Queen of Swords, some of you are carrying this, wow, moving forward. 6 of Swords energy is literal movement. Some of you could be moving, but you're carrying this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords energy. And the Queen of Pentacles came out in reverse. So that's someone that's hyper focused on their work and they're kind of a little bit bitchy, right? They'll like cut you out if they think you're up to any no good. So when you carry this energy, be mindful to balance it and to not project it towards people that maybe don't deserve it, right? Because a lot of you are around really helpful, loving people and you just want to keep to yourself and you want to, work and make your money. You have to be mindful not to project what you've been through on new people that are like there to help, there to be kind, etc. So the overall energy, and I'm going to end this out now, is break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So this basically, in a sense, is like if you were mistreated as a child or whatever, or you witnessed codependency in your life growing up, you don't have to carry that energy into the future. You have the ability to succeed. You can be your own parent if maybe you didn't get the love you needed or what have you, and you can parent yourself and love yourself and practice self-care, etc. And then protection, call back your power, cut cords, soul retrieval. So this is all about calling back your lost soul parts. Now, what does that mean? When we call back our lost soul parts, rather, we're calling back those parts of ourselves that have left, right? So say you're like a quadruple water sign like I am, and you're full of love and you're full of compassion and you're full of empathy for others, but you've kind of become a little bitch because people did you wrong. There is a time for that. Just like there's a time for all things. There's a time for isolation. There's a time for healing. There's a time for working, even overworking. There's a time for all of that. But you're going to know and you're going to see that what you went through happened for you, not to you, because you've been training for this your entire lifetime. So I feel like if we flip that Queen of Pentacles in the upright, what are we going to get? Let's get this message. If you are this divine feminine, I feel like it's the bottom card, the Magician. Yeah, you are a major manifester and you're about to manifest really, really great things. Dragonflies are coming into my mind for some reason. The High Priestess. Yes. You are utilizing your intuitive gifts. I'm sorry, you guys, this is driving me nuts. And the shallow part of me wants to pin it up because I have like legit the most hair of anyone on earth. Okay. It's a weird hair day. Every day's a weird hair day. So you are the High Priestess. You are utilizing your gifts and talents to bring in abundance. I feel like every day for the next like 21 days, money is going to flow through. You're going to see your subscribers go up. You're going to see, you don't have to be a Pisces, even though it's the card of Pisces. You can be any sign. You're going to see money flow. You're going to see your subscriber count go up. You're going to see your videos get shared. You're going to see things happen. You're going to do things impromptu, and it's just the cash is going to roll in. I just did that Facebook Live video that I shared at the top of these comments. So go watch it because I'm about to end this, and tell me you're from the Detox Intuitive. And it was very impromptu. I wasn't planning on going live. I had already posted for the day, and I was like, I need to say this. And it turned out really well. So I also feel like you either just met someone, could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you've got a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, could be a Gemini because we have the Magician, or someone that has heavy earth and air in their chart and they're a major manifester that's about to come in. And it's really positive. I feel like you've called this person in because you've dealt with a lot of snakes, but you look at this card, this is an eel, it's not a snake. And eels aren't nearly as sneaky and sly as snakes, right? They're sloppy. So you've dealt with a lot of eels, right? And you've turned into this Queen of Feathers, which is Queen of Wands in the upright. You have this Page of Pentacles energy. So your money is going good, but it's never good enough, right? So you may be a little perfectionist right now about your money, but you're working well with others, and you have the 10 of Pentacles coming in, and it's from possibly a Leo, because we have the King of Feathers, which is King of Wands, and we have the Lion there. So it could be a Leo or a Sagittarius. Something's about to go in your favor. Yeah, something that was in the past blocked from you because either you made a mistake or people saw you as not being worthy, or you turned someone down and they had the power to mess with something that's about to be overturned. And we have the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck, card of Pisces. So I think they know you know. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. King of Pentacles. Yeah, someone's going to step out of the King of Wands into the King of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. They're going to communicate. 8 of Wands is communication. 2 of Feathers, 2 of Wands. They want to work with you in some capacity. 7 of Wands. Not so sure you'll work with them, but we have the Moon. Yeah, you need to trust your intuition. I love you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Go check out the live video on Facebook that I shared at the top of the comment section and watch that, and subscribe to my sister channel, Andrea Cox TV, so we reach 20,000 subscribers, which is long overdue, long overdue. And subscribe to my newsletter at andreacox.com. I love you guys. Be well. Have a beautiful night.